Live really had Eye of the Tiger there, man. He was ready to play, but this guy, the most impressive player in the team league today in this match, it is. This guy has played great. I hope he's getting a lot of new fans. There's his ear and there's his upper torso. And over. Oh, that. Oh, what is he doing there? He's like Judge Protoss. He's like, order in the match. Nice ponytail.
Zealots do have pretty good hairstyles.
Wearing like a sleeveless t-shirt. He's got like big zealot muscles. It is the last hope for TSL. Can he keep them
TSL alive
in the team league? He looks like he's focused. His team's counting on him. And that says a lot of things in Korea.
Well, right now, actually, gas is being taken for Alive.
Yeah.
Don't freak out, fans.
I won't.
We don't know yet. Well,
right.
I know you're not freaking out.
I'm not freaking out. I'm fine.
Spectators all around the world are waiting to find out what will Alive do here. He's chosen Crossfire. He's taken a gas. It's going to be pretty scary.
There's the gas.
And Creator sees this. And I'm really excited to see what Creator's response is going to be. We've seen him play the same build 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
1 gate expand into just out-macroing and out-upgrading his opponent.
Oh.
It's a lot harder to do that on this map, though.
I've actually got the shivers at the start of this game, and not because it's cold, man. This is...
You saw Gerard and Lee both looking really stressed out.
Yeah, well, this is absolutely huge. Gonna do some probe harassment on this SCV, I would imagine. Or not. Maybe not.
Gets out.
Second gas. All right.
He's got to take a second gas. He knows going for a 1 gate expand on this map is just too risky.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's just too risky to do. If the 1-1-1 type timing attack comes out with Banshees, Marines, and tanks, the area of the natural can be easily shelled from that high ground area on the cliff. It's very difficult to hold.
Now that CV is going to see this. Only 1 guy in gas right now for TSL Live. Very interesting getting that
he sees the second gas!
He does. Now, were there always... Oh, he cancels it.
Cancels it.
What is Alive planning? I think we're going to see a pretty quick expand here. Yeah, there's the command center. All right.
He also pulled SCBs out of his second gas, and that was not scouted
really
by his opponent. So this is a tricky move, and I like this. Basically, what he's done here is he's taken a scary build, and, you know, Creator's like, all right, well, I have to account for this, so I can't take a fast expand. And then in reply, Alive has sneakily taken his own fast expand. So he is actually really mind gaming Creator here.
Well, yeah, he's trying to get Creator to go long on one base while he fast expands. Right. He's trying to get that economic advantage through mind games. It's awesome. That's high-level stuff, man.
It is really high-level stuff.
But may not work. Looks like there's going to be a Nexus from Creator anyway.
Yeah, Creator, I think, knows that this is fake. I think he's thought, why would you... He stopped attacking with the Marine. It felt like he was like, why would you show me the gas? If you had waited literally half a second less, I wouldn't have seen the gas. You might be thinking, this is too good to be true that I saw that. I
also wouldn't put it past Creator to go ahead and fast expand against this, even if he did think it was a 1-1-1. He's that confident in his macro play, so wouldn't surprise me either. But you're right. Everyone's trying to think of stuff.
Either way, you know, the mind game has not been as successful for Alive as you would have liked it to be. His command center is much earlier, though. Yeah, very fast stim.
Interesting.
He mined enough gas to get that stim out with his SCVs before he pulled them out. Now,
there's a couple timings that Alive can do with this that can be pretty dangerous for Creator Prime. You can either push around when stim finishes and see if you can do some damage there. That usually doesn't work quite as well because your opponent has some sentries out. They can usually handle it pretty easily. But once the first couple medevacs come out, if he does decide to go for medevac first, that's the dangerous one, especially if the Protoss decides to go for the Robo Colossus play like we're seeing Creator look like he's going to go into. If you can hit right when that first Colossus or 2 pops out, there's not a lot of sentries, and a lot of times Terran can do some decent damage with that.
You're exactly right. It's a really good timing attack he can do.
Yeah.
And the Robo has finished. Will we see a fast robotic support bay? He's adding those 2 gateways. Remember, right now he still only has 1 gateway powered, and luckily for him, Alive is not being aggressive. And the probes actually come over here and see everything.
Solid snake probe sneaks his way in there.
Yeah, this is really, really good for Creator. He's actually been able to get all the intel he's needed this game.
Yeah.
Ghost Academy is going up. That's something he's not going to see, but it looks like the probe is spotted.
Snake! Oh well. All I have to do is press restart.
And here we go. Forge after Forge. He's doing the same style as we've seen him do against all the Terrans he's played today.
It's worked pretty well. Looks like it will be a combat shield stim timing from Alive, but he's decided to go with the Ghost Academy actually instead. Or did he cancel that? Or did it finish? Okay, it did finish. So he is going to go for the EMP timing rather than the medevac timing then, which can be as equally deadly.
And he decides to back up after a scan, realizing, all right, he just has too many sentries. I can't attack down that ramp. I can't break down the ramp. I can't go around the other side or it'll take too long.
Yeah, it's going to be way too dangerous to push right now. That's usually what happens with this timing, too. It's like you go in there like, well, maybe I can get lucky, do some damage, but it's not really a do or die situation. But look at that. Creator being so good with those observers. Hard to get anything past this guy.
Yeah, he is going to go with the 2 ghosts by the looks of things. He's bringing his units up to the top of the ramp. He's just going to sit up there and scare Creator quite a bit.
Yep.
The observer, though, sees the ghosts.
Yeah.
He knows what's going on now, and he's chrono boosting like crazy on those upgrades. He needs to get those out. He's making an immortal to try to help hold this as well.
Yeah, there's not a lot of units out right now for a Creator Prime. I mean, this timing could work out pretty well. I mean, when EMP hits, we'll see how many he has. He will have 1 immortal. We'll have 2 immortals probably. But this is getting to be a pretty close timing.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty tough.
Oh, man. Who is going to come out on top? Creator's going to have immaculate force fields to hold this off.
He's going to want a force field right now.
The ghosts are getting way back there, a little bit out of position. They do have EMP now. Now is the time.
Remember, guys, this is a really scary moment for both players because he doesn't want to attack down a concave.
Oh, is Alive just going to turn around? He may decide
he may as well do that. He's sending his ghosts all the way back home, that's for sure.
Some of the Prime team members clapping there once Alive did start to kind of turn around a little bit.
And Twilight Council is going up, 1-1 upgrades finishing for Creator, and there's no engineering bay in sight for Alive, so he actually hasn't even started any upgrades at all.
He wants to get those medevacs out as fast as he possibly can, and that's a choice some Terran players make, but against a player like Creator, I'm surprised he's doing that because he knows Creator's probably going to be getting those really fast upgrades as well.
Very true.
Look at that Twilight Council timing too, finishing up exactly as 1-1 finishes.
Add-on.
Very cool. Oh, scans and gets that observer. Snipe. Boom, headshot.
Boom, headshot, man. Observer is only ahead, I guess, though, so...
Yeah, it's like, well,
I mean, absolutely true.
Yeah, you can always get the headshots on observers, I guess.
Well, 2-2, Blink on the way, 3 more gateways, and a robotic support bay. Almost exactly what we've seen from Creator in the mid to late game.
And I don't think it's a good idea for Terran to let this get into a late game situation. We've seen what it can do already.
Basically, Alive has powered up to 5 barracks, 3 of which with reactors off of just 2 bases. He's going 2 base, 5 barracks, reactor medevacs without taking to any upgrades. He's allowing his opponent to build a better composition. He thought about scanning it, but decides not to.
Yeah, may have thought about EMPing it as well. Yeah, those EMPs are nice to save for the actual fights. Now, Alive really hasn't put any sort of pressure at all on his opponent. He hasn't even tried any drops or anything like that. The first 2 medevacs are just coming out now, though, so I suppose that's probably why. But I don't know, it's interesting. I feel like Alive is almost being a little bit too hesitant here. He's going to see that really nice concave. And he's going to try to engage here.
Nice EMPs.
Oh, good EMPs.
But good force fields as well.
Oh, is he going to pick up the units? He's got to pick them up.
Nice. The Zealots need to pull back. His force field's working against him here.
And those were the only force fields that Creator Prime had.
But he's warping in more units. He may have enough to hold this. He's about to have 2-2 upgrades as well, whereas there are no upgrades already for Alive. Alive is actually like giving him enough time, man. He's
Charge is not done either. He could kite these out so easily.
Oh, man, Alive's going to commit.
Oh.
He's losing more units. Alive has botched this completely. He's missed his timing.
Hesitant. Yeah,
now the Colossus is out.
Oh, man. The fans for Prime going crazy when the Colossus came out. That is huge. He's going to go for it, though.
Here we go. He's got 2-2 upgrades in just a second. They're both finishing up here.
Oh, I feel like Alive missed a big opportunity there.
Oh, he absolutely did. Now, the upgrades, the unit composition, everything is better for Creator. The entire game is now in Creator's hands to mold and change.
That could have easily cost TSL the entire match right there. I mean, that... to hit right before 2-2 like that.
He knew he missed his timing and he went home. He went home. He didn't lose his units. He didn't try to end the game after it was already too late. So now he still has a chance.
Look at this. He's getting his second starport, actually. He's, which is a great idea. I really like that because that means he can produce Vikings and keep producing medevacs as well.
He needs those Vikings out. The Colossi are starting to come.
You know, again, that's going to be sacrificing quicker upgrades, but if he can clean up those Colossi a lot quicker, that may turn the tide, combined with some EMPs.
And Alive just continues to move his forces up towards that area at the front of the natural.
He's going to need to think about taking a third, too.
He absolutely needs to. That's the problem with Alive's play here. I was surprised if he... I was kind of thinking maybe he's just going to take a third with his pressure so that Creator can't pressure out himself. He's kind of stuck at his natural while Alive takes the third, but he just hasn't done that. He's been sticking way too heavily on 2-base, whereas the 2-base that we see from Creator, he's got 3-3 upgrades on the way. He's got Colossus range, he's got charge, he's got a better army.
Everything's going Creator's way right now. You know, in TVP, you never really know until the engagement happens who's going to come out on top. The supplies are still pretty even. In fact, Alive is a little bit ahead, but they're both.
The cost of these players' armies are almost dead even as well.
Yeah. This is such a tense moment here, these games.
And in most cases, it's better for a Protoss to engage in an open area, but in this case, because of the Colossi, it's not necessarily the best case. He wants to bait the Colossi up where the Vikings can attack and the Zealots and Stalkers can't really close the distance.
Yeah.
So it's a very complicated dance that we're going to see, and it's always what happens in late game on this map with this matchup. Alive players try to get the better position.
Alive is just powering so hard off of 2 bases here.
Now it looks like he's going to try to bait Alive here. He's actually going to blink forward. He's going to get in a really good position. Alive is in trouble.
Oh no, he doesn't want to stim. He doesn't want to lose health. Alive just running.
There he goes. EMPs hit some of those Stalkers. The Colossi are going to do a ton of damage, but the Vikings doing a ton of damage as well. Who's going to come out on top here?
This is actually not a bad engagement at all for Alive. More Zealots coming in here.
But the upgrades just really cleaning this fight up so quickly. And will Creator Prime actually come back and get a win for Prime?
If it hadn't been for the upgrades, I think Alive would have won that fight. Is he going to try to pick things up and drop it?
Oh, he picks them up. It's the only choice he has. Yeah. And actually, there's no answer really for this. There's a few Zealots.
This is a desperation move because Creator is going to come back.
He should probably try to save these units.
Yeah, he should try to pick up when he has a chance. But, you know, Creator might just decide to go for Alive's base right now. That's exactly what he's doing.
But I don't know if it's the right choice.
Oh, my gosh. Well,
this is a really close game. The Stalker's blinking back. The Colossus doing so much damage. Now the natural. Here we go. The SCV is being pulled.
And this is
so much damage being done to those SCVs.
I can't believe it. I can't believe that we are seeing Prime come back again like this.
I know this could be the end for Alive. He's going to have to use his SCVs really well here, but he just doesn't have a good position.
Well, Alive just can't defend this. There's just not really anything
Colossus
he can do.
Staying alive a little bit longer. The Colossus does get taken out.
He might be able to clean up this attack just barely, but he's losing so many SCVs.
It looks like he will take it out because he's killing all these Stalkers, and meanwhile the drop in the main has done a lot of damage, but even so...
Look at that though, 42 probes to 14 SCVs.
Yeah, and he's got units back at home now to clean up those drops. He can actually just go home from here.
Yeah, even with meals, it's not going to make a difference.
I think the game is over. Alive just trying to come to terms with it at this point. It's 79 supply to 45 supply. You just gave the worker count.
Yep.
Those mules right there are going to help out, but how much?
I don't know, man.
Drop's going to get cleaned up.
Hard to drop against Colossi.
Very difficult.
Wow.
And this other drop's just going to get caught. It's empty, but even so,
still
he's going to blink. Oh, he doesn't even have to blink, man. He got it.
Wow. You know, if I was a Protoss players, I'm sure many of our fans are out there. I think it's the time to get a little bit excited about Protoss.
I think it's time to start realizing how much of a difference upgrades make in this matchup.
That is very true as well.
You know, I always thought getting fast forge upgrades was pretty good, but now I think it's like, I'm actually going to change the way I play this matchup, man, today.
Oh, look at that. The drop getting cleaned up. Stalkers at the top of the map. Blinking
and
had
the
to take out the
army
units.
Is going to be crushed here by these Blink Stalkers. The Vikings may catch the Colossi, but will it matter?
Yeah, Colossi a little bit out of position, but I think Creator Prime is going to get the win for Prime here.
It's looking like it. This is Alive's last chance.
Yep, that's his last mining base as well. Colossi doing damage. Marauders killing off the Colossi from the high ground. Both Colossi actually dying very quickly, but too many
upgrades versus 1-1 upgrades.
Too much upgrades. Yep.
GG. Prime comes back to win.
Takes it.
They're going to the finals.
Wow, from zeros to heroes. That's insane. Creator Prime, one of the youngest players in the GSL, coming back, winning 4 games in a row against an undefeated team. I don't know, man. What more can you say? Team League is where the excitement's at, man.
Yeah, I think you could like watching Prime is actually just like watching a movie where like it's a bad baseball team and like the kids are really bad, but the coach is really good, and like slowly they get better and better, and suddenly they're like making it to the finals.
It's like Hoosiers with Starcraft.
Yeah, man, that's exactly what it's like.
And you know, Creator Prime is a little bit like Rudy. Rudy. So there you go. That trophy could very well belong to these guys in a week. We'll
very
see,
well
man.
Could, man.
Prime's gotten scary. What can you say? They gonna do some like big dance thing? What is this?
It's making a lot of poses.
I guess
Prime
so.
very happy. They deserve to be happy. Creator has done extremely well today.
They need to work on their celebrations a little bit. I'll give them that. Something to work on for next time. Coach Lee, obviously not very happy. He's put together a great team in TSL, but when it comes down to it, I mean, what can you do? I mean, these guys got the momentum. Creator Prime just was unstoppable today. You gotta wonder too, what would have happened if they would have sent out Killer?
Yeah, what would have happened? I don't know. I think we've seen a very different game. Alive had a specific build he was doing, and he choked. He didn't do it right. He missed his timing just barely, and Creator was, even if he had hit the timing perfectly, I think Creator might have still held, and Alive was like, oh no, you have 2-2 upgrades, and I have no upgrades.
Yeah.
And you have Colossi, and you have Colossus range, and you have Charge, and I don't even have...
What do you do?
I don't even have any Vikings out. What am I going to do?
You know, in a map like Crossfire, it's really made for doing a 1-1-1 type strategy, and Alive tried to play like standard TVP, which actually isn't as good for that map.
He tried to trick Creator, and Creator just said, you know what, my build's so good, no matter what you're going to do, this is what I'm going to do, and he got the better end of the trade there.
I think that was basically it. Creator's like, I don't care what you're going to do. I'm just going to be Creator Prime and play awesome.
Well, tonight has been awesome. We had a series go to best of 9. Tell your friends to watch the VODs. For anyone who's out there, you know your friend decided to go to sleep because they thought TSL was going to 5-0 Prime because Prime was definitely not favored to win. Tell your friends, hey, wake up, you better watch those VODs to see what happened. Don't even sound excited to say, hey, you should watch those VODs. They're pretty good.
Prime keeps ruining my liquid bets. Those jerks.
Yeah, they messed with mine a few times too.
Yeah. But I don't think anyone really expected them to win this, but they came back. Look at that. JYP getting 3 wins initially. Marine King Prime comes out, gets a win. Clyde comes back, destroys Marine King, and then Creator Prime came out, winning 4 games in a row. Man, just insane tonight, winning 5-4 for his team. That's
teaching everyone that the double forge upgrade build is back.
I guess so. I mean, it was really popular on like NA like 5 months ago, and
Creator has shown also that you can sit really heavily 2-base in PvT.
Yeah,
you don't have to take a 3rd base to get all that tech. You can actually support a robotic support bay, a Twilight Council, and 2 forges with about 4 to 5 gateways on 2 bases. You can absolutely do that.
We saw it on the Belshire map. We saw it on just now on Crossfire. You can do a lot on 2 bases. It's true.
You really can. Well,
wow.
We're going to have an interview with our MVP, and
who do you think that's going to be?
I think it's pretty clear. We're going to have our little Creator up there.
Yep, I'm so proud of this guy.
I am proud of him.
I'm really excited. I've been a Creator Prime fan for a long time now, and so I'm so happy to see him do well.
I really am too.
And, you know, I'm friends with Coach Lee. I'm friends with a lot of guys on TSL too, so I feel bad that they didn't get into the finals. They played great this season. They were undefeated right to the very end. But, you know, Prime deserved it. With a player like Creator Prime playing like he did, they deserve to go to the finals for sure.
오늘 경기 승리팀 바로 프라임 위팀인데요. 아, 정말 대단했습니다. MVP 선수, 장현우 선수 맞습니다. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
뭐 혼자 북치고 장구치 다 한 거예요. 뭐 반전의 드라마를 썼는데요. 믿어지지가 않습니다. 뭐 실감 나세요?
아니요, 아직 꿈만 같고 좀 아직은 믿겨지지가 않아요. 지금.
정말 기쁘실 것 같은데
like I still can't believe I won.
이번 주까지 프라임 위팀을 여기까지 올려놓는데 정말 1등 공신이라 할 수 있어요. 그죠?
예.
네. 아니 근데 왜 페넌트 레이스에서는 볼 수가 없었단 말이에요, 선수.
사실 그때는 제가 좀 학교도 다니고 그리고 좀 제가 실력이 많이 부족해가지고 그때는 못 나갔던 것 같습니다.
장현우 선수 프라임 팀에서 막내라고.
He's like, I was actually busy at school for this, so I didn't get as much time to train.
다 하고 있군요. 네, 정말 축하드립니다. 오늘 MVP 처음 선정됐는데 이 소식 누구에게 가장 먼저 알리고 싶나요?
지금 잘하면 TV를 보고 계실 수도 있는데 할머니, 할아버지께. 네. 좀
그러면 한 말씀 해주시죠. 영상 편지.
할머니 할아버지
He's like, I'm looking forward to telling my grandparents that I won, that I was able to do it.
알겠습니다. 정말 멋진 경기 좋았어요. 네, 다음에 또 볼 수 있게 기대하겠습니다. 네, 고맙습니다. 자, 박예식 감독님, 믿기시나요? 저번부터 플레이오프 진출한 이후로 계속 드라마 쓰고 있어요. 한 편의 드라마.
지금 너무 기뻐서
네.
지금 저도 지금 장현우 선수 옆에서 지금 장현우 선수 인터뷰도 하니까 더 저도 좀 눈시울이 졌는데
네.
장현우 선수가 또 할머님 할아버님이랑 같이 이렇게 계셔가지고 네, 이렇게 잘해줘서 정말 너무 기쁘고 제가 또 장현우 선수가 어리지만 또 모질만도 많이 하고 그랬는데 그런 거 다 이겨내고 오늘 이렇게 이겨줘서 정말 너무
That's
너무
emotion right
기쁘고
there.
저희 팀 선수도 모두 다 열심히 했기 때문에 장현 선수도 열심히 했고 우리 모두 다 열심히 했기
Coach
때문에
Strad
좋은 결과가
says,
있었을
I'm
거라고
really happy to
생각합니다.
see the team win
정말
today.
감동적입니다. 정말.
And I guess Creator's having a tough time with his family right now too.
만나서 설마
So I'm really proud of him.
결승전에
Big moment for Creator right now.
부정적으로 생각하시는 분들 많을 거라
Absolutely.
생각해요. 근데 결국 결승전에 올라갔습니다. 비결이 뭘까요?
저는 저희 팀이 지금 절대 약하다고 생각하지 않고요.
네네.
저희 팀의 모든 오늘 출전한 선수들 모두가 정말 올킬 다른 팀 어느 팀을 만나도 5명 오늘 장현 선수 보여줬듯이 할 수 있는 선수들이라고 저는 믿고 그만큼 선수들이 다 열심히 하고 있고 그리고 그만한 선수들이기 때문에
네.
저희 팀 이번에 꼭 우승하도록 하겠습니다.
네, 진짜 여기까지 올라온 이상
Like,
우승
I believe
트로피
that my
정말
team's
탐날 것
really
같죠?
strong. I
네,
trust all my
각오
players.
한마디. 마지막 경기 남았습니다. 이제 한 곡이 남았는데
And
각오
Creator
한마디
could have done it
해주시죠.
against,
오늘 저희가
Any other
초반에
team.
저희 저그 카드들이 3명 다 무너지면서
and we're looking forward to playing against whoever
저희
might get to the
저그들도
finals.
정말
too.
열심히 했거든요. 근데 많이 못 보여주고 험하게 무너져서 정말 좀 안 좋게 될 수도 있었는데 그런 거를 어떻게 보면 장현우 선수가 그런 것까지 다 역할을 해줘서 어떻게 보면 형들에게도 다시 한번 기회를 주고 그런 거에서 우리가 결승에서 우리를 만나는 팀은 정말 준비 열심히 하셔야 될 것 같아요. 저희는 정말로 이제 이미 불타올 대로 불타올라서
네.
이제 멈출 수가 없을 것 같습니다.
기세 제대로 탔죠. 이 기세 끝까지
예.
이어가도록 바라겠습니다. 말씀 감사합니다.
It says,
네. 네,
It was a tough match
지금까지
today.
오늘 승리팀 결승 진출한
The Creator
팀이죠.
made our
바로
comeback
프라임 위팀을
possible.
만나봤습니다. 다음 주에
And at the finals, our opponents are going to have a hard time fighting against the
정말
Prime team.
기대되는데요. 다음 주 경기
It's true, man. It's not gonna be easy
기대 많이
forever they
해주시기
have to
바랍니다.
face.
저는
I
내일
think
경기
so.
다시
I mean,
찾아뵙도록 하겠습니다.
It's going to be either
Yeah.
NS Hosa or MVP.
MVP versus Prime, or NSOSO versus Prime would be a great finals for sure. NSOSO kind of a bit of a dark horse in the tournament as well, but man, Creator Prime just really, I mean, you saw the emotion on that guy's face. I mean, he broke down, he was in tears, so happy about his victory, and he deserves it, man. He played so well.
Yeah, he really did.
Yeah, good to see.
I was impressed by his play, and he never lost his cool. He didn't miss pylons. He didn't
Yeah.
choke. He didn't have... he made that one bad engagement in the first game. That was like the only mistake I can think of that he made in those games. Everything else he did was perfect, crisp, smart, intelligent,
Yeah.
and he deserves the win. He deserves to be MVP. There he is.
Oh, that's right. Now look at that guy.
You guys should give him an applause back at home at your
Yeah, no
computer desk.
kidding. Clap your hands right now for that guy, for sure.
Cheer him on.
And I mean, if there's your friends out there that like make fun of you for liking esports and all that, show them stuff like that. I mean, there's people that don't take esports serious. They're like, oh, it's just a bunch of kids playing video games. But no,
No,
this
man.
is a real sport. People have real emotions about this stuff. It's their lives. So I think this match is a great example to show anyone who might be a little bit unfamiliar with esports about how passionate we all are about it, for sure. Now, check out Arena of Legends this weekend. This is going to be awesome. Slayers MMA versus Marine King Prime, and Dongregu versus StarTale July. Of course, Dongregu from MVP as well. And the winner of those two are going to go on to play in the finals for that the next day. So, very cool on that tournament. Man, Arena of Legends has been, well, legendary, hasn't
It
it?
has been quite legendary. We're going to have
Yeah.
some awesome Terran versus Zerg stuff going on there in the finals. One Terran and one Zerg will advance. It's going to be a ZVZ and a TVT. I'm like, what's the other race? What's the race that's been dominating all these tournaments? I'm like,
Zelnaga? No, that's not right. Oh, well. We'll figure it out someday.
we will.
It's okay. We'll
Figure
go
it
on a
out.
quest. All right, well, that's going to do it for us today, guys. Thanks for watching. This has been an insane Team League match. They're all great. Again, I am Doa. With me as Wolf. Thanks again for watching, guys. Have a great night.